Since I was a child, I was told to read books, because reading books was what would have made me intelligent, or so they said. However, there is nothing more wrong than this sentence. If you read books for a purpose that is different from learning, you won't get anything from them. Books are the plane, and the train, and the roads. They are the destination and the journey. They are home. Anna Quindle. Depending on the books you read, you could experience a change in your mind, and the benefits of reading could come out without even noticing. The main benefits of reading are four. First, improvement in focus and concentration. When you're reading a book, you are completely focused on it. It's not because you want to, but because books are made to capture your attention, like a YouTube video. Second, improvement in memory. Reading books doesn't only mean reading a book, but also remembering what's inside of it, because the information you get needs to be used in some way. And if you don't remember what you should use, well, it's useless to read a book. Third, vocabulary and writing skills. When you're reading a book, you're not only getting information from what you read, but also on what you read. Books are full of information on how to write properly, and also your vocabulary will get bigger, because probably you read words that you don't know. Fourth, better sleep. Reading is also a mental rest for the mind, because it doesn't actually consume mental energy, but it makes our mind relaxed. So if you read before going to bed, or even if you read every day, you'll find it easier to fall asleep. Reading, as you can see, has many benefits, but the most important one is the improvement of your knowledge. In books, you don't learn practical skills, because those skills need practice, and to practice properly, you need someone that explains everything to you in a physical environment. By reading books, you learn new information about literally any topic. When you're reading, you're so captured by the book that you start reflecting on what is being said, and not only on what is written. The knowledge that you get from books is infinite, really. This is the number of books that exist and that you are able to read right now. But counting the amount of books existed during all human history and the ones that now are lost, there are probably 3 times more than that. Not only the amount of books, but also the variety of knowledge you can get is huge. Google says that there are around 50 genres of books, but I think there are more than that, because it's also about what you read, not only about how the book is written. I never understood the people that don't read books because they say they are boring. What do you mean by boring? Is it boring to sit, relax and enjoy a book? Well, if reading is boring, then what's the difference between staying on the couch scrolling and reading a book? So, how can we read properly and get the best out of a reading session? Well, first, we got to cover the main mistakes that people do when reading a book. The first one is the way they choose it. Forget about all the books you have to read for school, and also delete all the tips that people give you on what you should read next. Always read what you think is a good book for you. People could tell you things like, oh, this book is insane, this book makes you successful, this book is trash. But really, it's relative and you choose what you read. Second, how they read it. Reading a book needs calmness. You can't read in a loud environment because you won't be able to focus. Also, you should never tell yourself how many pages you need to read. You choose the pace and you choose how to finish the book. Based on these 2 principles, you can now start reading a book. Start by choosing a book of a genre or a topic that you like and searching that area. From there, pick one book and bring it home. At home or in the park or even in a library, you shouldn't give yourself a deadline to finish the book. If you're giving yourself an amount of pages to read every day, you won't be able to focus and enjoy the book. When you're reading, you're surely going to get too focused and start having thoughts that are separated from reading. But that doesn't really matter, because it means the book is working. Once you're done with your reading session, I suggest to write a small and quick script about what you read today, so that you'll remember what you read even if you forget that. Also, if you can use audiobooks. They are really useful because you are basically reading while you're doing movement, so when you're driving, eating or going for a run. Reading book is probably one of the most important activities you can do. However, you shouldn't think of them as a big pile of information. You are curing your mind by focusing on something that makes your mind feel better, instead of spending all day scrolling on social media. I hope you are now able to enjoy your books. That was all for today. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.